Hey, I'm DIW official Brandon Blade. You watch Buster H.R. Johnson on Houston.
Fans here to see the Hall of Fame Classic, Crusher and Bastien versus Bockwinkle and Stevens. It's November 20th, 1971. And where were you? November 20th, 1971. Well, I'll tell you where I was. Right here at the amphitheater. And was I excited because this was a biggie. Look at, there they are. Say hello, fans. Wave at the camera. And let me tell you, the Crusher is the new partner of Red Bastien. As I mentioned to you earlier in this show, we watched Hercules Cortez in his last appearance at the amphitheater as the partner of Red Bastien. Fortunately, Hercules Cortez was killed in a car crash. And here we see the wrestler who made Milwaukee famous, the Crusher, in to take the place of Hercules Cortez. Of course, the Crusher, famous in his own right, also famous as a partner of Dick the Bruiser. Here he is with his good friend Red Bastien in against Bockwinkle and Stevens. We're expecting a lot of excitement in this match. The Crusher, one of my favorites. Nick Bockwinkle, of course, 6 foot tall, 230 pounds, born and raised in Los Angeles, went to the University of Oklahoma, played football, then came into the professional wrestling game. His father was a great wrestler. Nick Bockwinkle followed in his footsteps. Here you see the Crusher. Look at that. Hey, asking the crowd. The crowd, 11,000 strong, all sitting in there like sardines in a can. Let me tell you, it was really tight quarters in that amphitheater when you had 11,000 in there. You're bulging out the sides of that place. Wall-to-wall people, and there's the Crusher throwing Bockwinkle into that corner. And I want to tell you, 1971, this was excitement at the amphitheater. Really a lot of fun. Everybody was having fun at the amphitheater. Let me tell you, the Bulls were in second place in their division. You could buy a Pontiac Firebird in 1971 November for $24.96. Play Misty for Me with Clint Eastwood was the big movie in town in Chicago. Let me tell you, this was exciting. Hey, you could even buy a Caddy Coupe de Ville in 1971, a new one for $59.94. Whoa, brother, the price has really gone up since then. Okay, fans, and we're looking at some exciting tape here at the International Amphitheater. Gee, what clarity. How clear this is. Look at that. Look at that. Crystal clear. Boy, I tell you, this was a beautiful, beautiful picture here at the International Amphitheater. Wall-to-wall people, everybody enjoying themselves. Look at, there's a guy having a beer. Have a beer on me, baby. Come on, let's look at him standing up, boy, cheering. Hey, do you see yourself in that crowd? 1971. Wow. I tell you, this is excitement at the old amphitheater. Hey, baby, you don't make them like this anymore. Great matches like this. All you youngsters looking in. Hey, probably you, maybe some of you weren't even born in 19. Look at that, 1970. Look at those beautiful faces. Crusher taking a little punishment here. But I want to tell you something. The Megaton arms there. He's not going to take punishment for too long before he starts dishing it out. The Crusher. The famous Crusher. Boy, that's my favorite guy. The guy who made Milwaukee famous, and that's no kidding. Look at him powering those punches. That's my kind of guy. The Crusher. And I tell you, the Crusher loved Chicago. And he loved to get out on Rush Street. Hey, he loved to party. And he loved to have pizza. Loved pizza. Hey, Crusher, baby, remember those times? Bockwinkle taking a lot of punishment here at the amphitheater, and you're there, fans. One of the great classics from the Hall of Fame. November the 20th. 11,000 screaming fans at the amphitheater, wall to wall, watching this great one. The Crusher and Bastien in there against Bockwinkle and Stevens. Fans, I tell you, you can't beat these great Hall of Fame classics. This is wrestling action at its greatest and most exciting. Right here, look at the fans surrounding Crusher. The match is over, and the man from Milwaukee is having fun. At the old amphitheater, he's having fun. Hallelujah, Crusher! Hey, we had a lot of fun today. I enjoyed some of those matches. Hey, that Haystack Calhoun, some of them guys we saw were tough. And action. Okay, fans, we're going to show you some Crusher highlights today on the Hall of Fame Classics. From 1972 and 1973, we're going to show you some of the great film clips from the career of the Crusher for those 2 years in Chicago when he ran rampant among the great wrestling heavyweights and was a legend in his own time. Now you can see him here in action versus Nick Bockwinkel. The Crusher, let me tell you a little bit about him. 6 foot tall, 248 pounds. He was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He's Polish descent. He still resides in Milwaukee. However, he's living now in Cudahy, or South Milwaukee, that is. His name is all it implies and more. His chest measures 60 inches around, 22-inch biceps. Piano legs feature 18-inch calves. He played prep football at South Milwaukee High School. Became a Milwaukee cop after school. Then he got a temper tantrum on the job, and he went and joined the Army. Spent 18 months in the European Theater of War as part of the 106th Division. They were the first invasion troops into Germany. After the war, he went back to Milwaukee, became a bricklayer, then he started pro wrestling in 1949. Believe it or not. He works out to this very day 4 hours a day, and he can do 362 pounds on the clean and jerk. Let me tell you, the Crusher became an immortal in the hearts and minds of all wrestling fans in Chicago, and especially in 1972, when he topped the year off with that big show at Soldier Field in September. That was September 1, and we're going to show you that one. But he topped it all off with this great match where he teamed with the Bruiser in the cage against the Blackjacks. You're going to see that. But for now, we're going to get you ready for all the heavy artillery that the Crusher can send your way by showing you this highlight film, just to get you ready for the Crush. This is just to sort of tease you. Because here was one of the greats. Now, all you little guys and girls looking in that are wrestling fans today and never saw the great Crusher in action, when he was really at the height of his powers, I want to tell you, you've got to be in awe of this man. Look at this. I tell you, there was nothing that he couldn't do in the ring. I mean, he'd scramble your brains in a minute, break your legs if he could. Oh, he was tough. And let me tell you, he wasn't only a great partner with Dick the Bruiser, but he had other partners as well along the way. Not only did he hold the AWA championship at one time, but he wrestled with the likes of Bastien as a partner, also Robinson as a partner, who you'll be seeing here. You're seeing him now on the screen. That's in the action against Stevens. But he had Robinson as a partner, and also even Dusty Rhodes. That's right, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, when he was prevailing in Chicago in 1972. Crusher had him for a partner. Then Dusty turned bad in 1972, but of course, that was 1972. And here we are at the amphitheater, watching the great Crusher in action, some great film highlights from his career in 1972-73. There you can see him banging Nick Bockwinkel in the corner. Look at that. We've got wall-to-wall people in all these shots. Maybe you can pick yourself out. I doubt it, but if you can, hey, drop me a line. Tell me you're still feeling fine. Look at this. A lot of action here at the amphitheater. This is the vaunted Crusher, the wrestler who made Milwaukee famous. I remember Back in those days, hey, when the Fonz was big. The Fonz, remember on Happy Days, he came to Milwaukee on a tour, and who do you think he wanted to meet? Who do you think? He wanted to meet the Crusher. The Fonz says, that's my man, the main man. The Crusher, I tell you, once I drove into Milwaukee and I saw a big signboard there, big, huge sign along the road, and